Now we need to talk about the Great Bath. Because if the wells and the underground sewers and the indoor toilets have already pushed the limits of what you thought ancient people were capable of, the Great Bath is going to push them even further. It is the centerpiece of everything the people of Mohenjo-daro understood about water, and it continues to raise questions that have not been fully answered. The Great Bath sits in the highest part of the city, on the area archaeologists call the Citadel, a raised platform of mud brick construction. The pool measures approximately 12 meters long by 7 meters wide and almost 3 meters deep. Two wide staircases descend into it from opposite ends. The entire pool was made watertight using a layer of bitumen. Natural tar was pressed between the double layers of brick. The result was a sealed tank that held water perfectly and has held its structural logic perfectly for 4,500 years. To understand how remarkable this is, consider what waterproofing requires. You need to understand that water under pressure will find any crack or gap. You need to plan the structure so it can be filled and emptied. The Great Bath had a large drain, a corbelled brick channel. It was not a natural pond or a river pool. It was a purpose-built, engineered, maintained water facility. A public swimming pool in 2500 BC. Surrounding the Great Bath were smaller rooms, changing areas where people could prepare. A large well nearby likely supplied fresh water. What was it used for? The most accepted interpretation is that it served a ritual purpose, a place for purification, bathing. The location on the highest point of the city suggests this was not just a leisure facility, but something with deeper cultural meaning. In almost every other ancient civilization, the largest structures were monuments to power, to kings, pharaohs, or gods. But not here. The largest structure on the Citadel was not a palace. It was a granary and a public bath. These structures served everyone. This suggests a civic philosophy that invested its greatest effort not in glorifying rulers, but in providing for its people. Mohenjo-daro housed between 30,000 and 80,000 people. Managing that many requires a systematic, engineered approach to sanitation. The fired bricks used throughout the city conform to a remarkably consistent ratio of roughly 1 to 2 to 4. Fired bricks resist water penetration far better than mud bricks. This reflects an understanding of materials science in a civilization without iron tools. The city was constantly being rebuilt. As streets were resurfaced, the drain walls were extended upward to keep the openings at the correct height. This implies continuity of knowledge across generations. Craftspeople who passed that technical understanding on to their apprentices. The idea that every person in a city deserves access to clean water is not a modern idea. It is an ancient one. For nearly 4,000 years, no one knew this city existed. Its secrets were buried under the dry earth of Sind for millennia. New excavations began in 2025. Archaeologists are starting carefully, hoping to find artifacts that finally decode the Indus script. Think about the systems you take for granted the next time you turn on your tap. Human history is far more remarkable than you imagine.